Hey Facebook folks, it's Amanda Douglas with the Essential Economy and Young Living Essential Oils. And just a quick word on my heart this morning about priorities. There are a lot of things that we could do, right? And, the Bible speaks about all things are possible, but not everything is profitable. So as I've gotten older, I've gotten better. I'm not perfect at it, but I've gotten better at tailoring my time is kind of how I think of it. Also, focusing my finances, prioritizing where I am. So these are things that if you're like me, if you're a type A personality, if you're a doer, if you're a get her done type of person, you end up being a yes person. You want to say yes to anything and everything, right? And then you end up spreading yourself really thin. You only usually accomplish things like half effort because you don't have the energy to do it all. And a lot of times we can end up complaining about our schedules when we're the ones that make our schedules, right? I mean, we choose where we work. We choose to put our kids in certain activities. We choose to be a part or not be a part of certain things. We choose to spend money on certain things. So I've kind of learned that I need to quit complaining, and my life is a result of the sum of my choices. There are some things obviously beyond our control. There are some things that other people do. If you're in a spot where other people are affecting your life negatively, go back and watch my previous video on victimhood, because I think that will speak to a lot of those things and kind of squash some of those excuses. And it's very freeing, it's very humbling, and it's very freeing. But if we prioritize our time, our resources, our finances, our relationships, even with the people, places, and things that we say yes to and say no to, we'll have a less stressful life. I mean, yes, I diffuse essential oils when I'm stressed. I might use Stress Away. Yes, I pray and ask the Lord to help me manage my time. But if I'm not doing my part and I'm not actually consistent and intentional with my decisions, that is my theme for life. You'll hear me preach that all day long. If I'm overspending on my budget, if I'm overextending myself on my time, if I'm overextending my kids on their time, then I don't need to be complaining. Those are my choices, right? And so I'm saying this in love. I mean, it may sound a little harsh to some people, well, just tell me I can't complain. You don't know the life I have. I'm so big. Okay, but what of that busyness have you chosen to do? And there's a lot of things. My husband has helped me with this, actually. We go to Shabbat services on Saturdays, and I used to, on Shabbat mornings, try to make this big breakfast for our family because we'd be all together, right? And then I'd also need to get a shower, get myself ready, help the kids with whatever they need on the weekends that we have them. And, I would take on a lot of responsibility on those Saturday mornings when I'm this is supposed to be a day of rest. I'm supposed to make sure that I get to worship and music practice on time because other people are relying on me. That's something I chose to commit to, right? So I was trying to take on too many things in one morning, and I would end up, just getting there right on the dot or maybe a little bit late, or not being able to, help the kids in a way that they needed to get ready or whatever. I was stressing my own self out. Realize, people, that a lot of your stress is because of your choices, and you might need to trim some stuff down. There are things that are crucial to our existence, and then there's about 85% of those other things in our life that we can and do have the freedom to say no to, and ain't nobody gonna die, okay? So on a Saturday morning, I had to be you know what? This is not the day to make a big family breakfast like I like to do. This might be the day that I either let Jason make breakfast because he only takes 10 minutes to get ready, or we can have cereal. Not the best nutrition, but hey, it's one day out of the week, right? Or a toaster waffle or a bagel. That is a day for that exception to the rule of having those convenience breakfasts that I would much rather not eat, but sometimes you have to. I mean, life is not perfect. So just a personal example, once I cut some things out that didn't need to happen, I would have liked to have accomplished them all, but it just wasn't really feasible. I was less stressed. I was able to get to church and my worship practice and just really enjoy that Shabbat. And I wasn't starting my day off with too much stuff. So, and a lot of times I have to like look at the week ahead. The job that I have is all based around scheduling the departments and the people that I see. And then the other job that I have with the wellness, as far as the class I'm teaching tonight and making sure I have notes on what I want to speak on, like I have to think ahead and be intentional. If I don't have time to do those things, then I don't need to be doing those things, because anything that you do in life, you want to be doing it well, right? You don't want to be half-heartedly doing things just so you can say that you did them. And you'll know people like this. It's almost like they purposefully will overload themselves with stuff so that they can complain and they can get attention about stuff. Let's just stop that. It's not good for us. People around us don't like it, and I don't know out there who is doing that, and I'm not like singling anyone out, obviously, but that's an unhealthy place to live. So just if you're there, be intellectually honest with yourself, like take inventory. You just need to cut some stuff out, right? Like, I'm saying this in love, not in judgment. I was one of those people, and I still have weeks where I'm like, I bit off more than I could chew this week. I kind of sucked at my scheduling. I might have overspent on our budget a little bit, but it's like every time you admit it and you look at that, it's an opportunity to take the things that you did wrong, tweak it a little bit, and do it better the next time. So this is not like negative stuff. This is opportunities to get better. So it's all in your perspective. The glass is half full or half empty, right? So just kind of had that little word on my heart this morning, something that I've been learning and growing in, and I'm still working on. I am not perfect at it, but if anyone else there is struggling and you just needed to hear that you can say no to some things, and you don't have to live a life that is so packed full, that is so stressed out, that you're like miserable all the time, when the things you do should be like enriching your life and the lives of others and bringing you closer to God and all of those good things. Like, it's okay. You can cut some stuff out. So I'm going to head to work for the day. I've already got my stuff for my oils class prepared tonight, which if you're in the area or you want to watch online, I'll be at Mama Jean's here on Republic Road in Springfield from 6:30 to 7:30. We'll probably start actual class about 6:45. I've kind of like revamped what I'm talking through, and I'm kind of excited because I think it's like a much better flow. I'm trying to get better at the way that I teach this stuff so it's more relevant for more people and they get more out of it. So anyways, I will sign off. You guys have an awesome and a blessed day. Just shalom to all of you, and we will chat at you later.